Good morning. Welcome to my kitchen. My name is Savannah. I am a skills coach and mental health advocate. And today I'm hopping on for a little bit of a personal experience or story. This is not intended to be medical advice. I just thought it was kind of fun and interesting to look back and think about some of my most autistic traits or some of the things that I think were overlooked. So, 5 less known autistic traits for me personally. This is not really a less known one, but for me it was. So, cannot handle transitions well. Now, this one is really complicated for me because I thought I was doing all right with transitions. I didn't realize that was such a big issue for me. But cannot handle transitions well can mean everything. So specifically for women with ADHD or autism, difficulty with transitions could be like a life stage, like starting your career, getting married, having a child, especially those things like having a child or puberty or even your period regularly. All of those things have impacts on autism as well. And so transitions in general, like having to do things. So say a period, for example, for a woman, that's more things to do within a day. You may have to go to the bathroom more, you may have to change products more, you may have to go out and buy products. It's just more stuff to do. And so I never realized that if there's more stuff to do, that's really an added mental load. And I never gave myself credit or let myself adapt day to day for what I needed to do. I always said, you have to do this. This is the expectation. You must do these things to get it all done. That's not fair. So my transitions were expecting me to just stay 100 all the time, where transitions really should allow for you to build up momentum to deal with whatever event or thing you need to do and then build down. And so now I'm better managing my transition, understanding that I'm autistic. Repeating words, sounds, songs, movie lines. For me, this kind of stimming, which anybody can stim, but for autistic folks, I think it's because it's so invasive and present almost all the time. Like, I can't tell you how many lines of songs I sing in conversations in my head because somebody says something and I'm trying not to be rude, but then I kind of like sing it out in my head because it aligned with words that I know. Or sometimes movie lines, repeating words. Also, like, I just might listen to the same song, or I just might even like make a sound that feels really good. And I just never understood all of the ways that I was stimming, and I was stimming in so many ways, from shaking my legs and twiddling my fingers or twirling pens or messing with my hair. Literally tapping my nose was one that I've done a lot. Next one is interrupting or when to jump in, accidentally speaking. So I am generally trained and can be very professional in the work environment, but where I led to difficulties was interrupting others and having the expectation that they would also tell me if they needed anything, or when it was less formal engagement, I didn't think of my position as a boss being a problem, but the social hierarchy that other people are thinking of made me come across a little bit more intimidating just because I was the big boss. And I get that now, but I was never thinking of myself as the boss. I was just having a conversation. I was brainstorming, I was talking, and sometimes people did not want to or feel as open in return. So some of the scripts I have on my website, soundslifeskills.com, can help you communicate to coworkers or other people, hey, I'm a very direct communicator, or this is the way I might go about things. Please tell me if that ever bothers you, or please talk with me first before trying to go to my CEO to address those concerns. Because in the workplace, and my autistic traits were 100% why I left a formal workplace, getting along with women. I love women in so many ways, but I really want to connect with neurodivergent women and help them navigate that space if they still want to be in it. But I have served my time, so I am into contract work and coaching and just exploring my passions and actually doing what I love without having the added stress of some of those social situations. To add on to that, I'm a new mother. I have a daughter, she's a little bit over a year old, and so I have more social obligations that I'd like to involve myself in for her growth and development and education. So becoming a contractor and doing skills coaching allows me more flexibility to be present and reduces the social stress, emotional load of, do these girls at work like me? Because I always did my job, and 10 times over. Don't let your job descriptions get too far ahead of you. But yeah, interrupting, finding when to jump in. I was able to figure that out in formal conversations, but informally, it was a lot harder for me to gauge when was my time. This one I used to get offended by, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think so. But head in space, vivid inner world, escaping into thoughts. I never thought of myself as a spacey individual, but I do lose chunks of time, like entire chunks. If I am on the phone with somebody and I'm driving, I might miss my exit. If I'm just driving and I'm having a really deep thought, I might miss my exit. But most of the time I get where I'm going and I might not fully remember the drive. And I don't mean that in any kind of dramatic, I'm not paying attention way. It's just that my mind is really, 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 really active. And so when I'm driving, I'm actually very hyper aware of everything around me, all of the cars around me, if anybody's gonna have a mechanical issue, if anybody's gonna have to stop suddenly, if I'm gonna need to move around anyone. I'm super hyper vigilant when I drive. So sometimes that's why I also will miss a turn or an exit or something, because I'm very focused on my immediate surrounding and what I need to do to be safe and make sure other people don't kill me on the road, because that is the biggest danger on the road, is other cars and other people, and especially texting and driving. So don't do it. Drinking and driving is my next one. I was hit by a drunk driver. I hate you. Don't drink and drive. Call an Uber, call a friend. Don't drink and drive.